as Shericka Jackson readies for her third 200 meter for the 2024 season. There is one thing that I am certain of. It's that Shericka Jackson is going to be fine. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. You drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, as Shericka Jackson readies for her third 200 meter for the 2024 season. This, of course, will be at the Stockholm Diamond League taking place this Sunday. She will line up against a stellar field, including Brittany Brown, who beat her recently at the Oslo Diamond League. Now, Stockholm Diamond League 200 meters does not feature the likes of a Julian Alfred or a Marie-Josée Halou. However, it still does have Jenna Prandini, Brittany Brown, a Navy Battle, and a few others. So this is going to be also a very competitive race. Now, given her performance recently in Oslo, many Jamaicans and many track enthusiasts are a little concerned about Shericka Jackson. Shericka ran fifth in this race, running a time of 22.97 to take fifth, as I said, in Oslo.
Smith as they come into the bend now. Daryl Nita with that 100-meter speed. Jackson struggling. Talu at 35 years old is running away with this. Coming back strongly is Brown as well. Brown, will she get it on the line?
Now, Shericka Jackson did win her season opener in the 200 meters at the Rabat Diamond League, but did not win in a spectacular time. She ran 22.82, the 53rd fastest time so far for the 2024 season, to take this win. So naturally, many persons are concerned, but this could simply be ring rust. What's that? A lack of intensity or focus due to inactivity, usually early in a contest. Again, forgive me people, I have the vid, so that's why my throat sounds the way it does. Now this of course is my 2 cents. Honestly speaking, I think Shericka Jackson is going to be fine. Now let's break this down. 1. I took a look back at this picture, the one I'm showing here. This was from the Rabat Diamond League, where she ran a 22.82 her season opener in the 200 meters. And yes, she does look a little heavier than she would normally look, maybe a little water weight. So, you know, that's would make a difference in a 200 meters. Athletes tend to, especially sprinters, have to be very, sleek. And I'm not fat shaming or anything. I'm just simply saying she does look just a little bit bigger than she would normally look. So it could be a part of the process. The second thing that I've said, I think in a previous video is, well, I said it in this video, ring rust. Look, she normally opens, in fact, in the last 2 years, she has opened her season indoors in the 60 meter. We didn't see her do that this year. And when she was supposed to open her season, it was delayed by not weeks, but many months. So I'm of the opinion that this is just straight ring rust. She has not really ran a competitive race since the Diamond League final, which was at the Prefontaine Classic last year. So that's about a 10-month gap or a 9 months gap. And running, training is one thing, but running in an actual race against competitors is another thing. So I believe that some of what we're seeing here is also ring rust because of how late she started her season. Number 3, this is not the first time we've seen her open her season the last 2 years and not run spectacular times until a certain point in her prep. And I believe she is behind in her prep. That's my personal opinion. So we have seen her in 2022 Open, and her first 200 meters, she lost to Gabby Thomas and a few other people. She didn't win, and she was fine. She didn't look panicked. She didn't look as if she was in a state of, absolute panic. Last year, if my memory serves me, she was on the same thing. Now, normally by the time she gets to the national championships or a little before that, she hits like a winning streak and no one is able to beat her. So again, combine the three things I'm saying, just to follow the flow of argument. 1, she started the season very late. 2, ring rust because she started the season very late. 3, as a result of that ring rust, she's behind in her prep. I think she's about a month or 6 weeks behind in her prep. Hence, she looks a little heavier. That's the 4th thing that I had mentioned first, that she does look a little heavier. So I think this is some water weight that will have to go eventually. Now, most importantly, Shericka Jackson doesn't look panicked. He doesn't seem to be worried, so I don't think I need to be worried. Now, at the upcoming race in Stockholm, it will not be as competitive. Brittany Brown is going to be there, and if my memory serves me correct, it was Brittany Brown that beat her in Oslo. So this should be interesting. Will she improve the time? Now, the truth is, I was a little astounded that she ran a slower time. She said in the press conference that she was in a much better shape than she had been in Rabat. And in Rabat, she ran 22.82, and then she came back and came 5th, running a time of 22.97. Now, the 6th thing I want to mention is that, and we've discussed this over the last 2 years, is that there's a way in which Shericka Jackson's races unfold. We see throughout the season that they work on different points in a race, which is why she will run a race and not win, and she's fine, because they're working on her start, or they're working on the curve, or they're working on the last 50, or you understand what I'm saying? They're working on her not wasting energy, too much movement back and forth, side to side. So I'm not quite sure if that's what's happening here. I just think fundamentally she's just way behind in her prep. She's where she should have been 6 weeks ago or 7 weeks ago, when she should have already been running. So I think we're going to see her run more races, which is why you're seeing her do Rabat, into Oslo, into Stockholm, and we're probably going to see her run a few more races prior to the national championships, because she said it in the press conference for Oslo that this is all her concentration is right now is simply the national championships in Jamaica. That's it. So really and truly, I think she's going to be fine. I don't think she's gotten slower. I don't see any injury issues. I just think everything is back by 6 to 8 weeks. She's just behind, and they're going to have to do something to sort of get her up to speed. In other words, for her to peak at the right time, she just needs more races. It's very straightforward and simple. So in my honest opinion, Shericka Jackson is going to be fine. There's really no reason to panic. If we see her running 22.97 at the national championships, then it's time to panic. And I severely doubt we're going to see that. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, the like button. Remember, your royals, your kings and queens. Bless up.